wanted to share something that's been going through my mind for the last 24 hours is the difference between your head and your heart, and how you can know what's right and what's wrong and what you should do and what you shouldn't do. But until it gets ingrained into your heart, until it becomes a heart frequency choice, you're going to struggle with the right choice. You're going to struggle with stepping forward and doing something you know you're supposed to do, or not doing something. It could be anything in our life that we struggle with. Everything that we have that's cycling in our energy that basically is controlling us based on the programming and the idea and the past beliefs that we've developed about ourselves and the world around us is going to maintain in your energy field until you shift that out and you reconnect with your truth within your heart. Your heart chakra is where your divine energy rests and resides. But oftentimes what we're trying to do is make decisions with our mind, and we're not allowing the decisions to integrate between our mind and our heart. Our heart is our second brain. And this is a proven fact. It's a scientific fact that I've heard from people, from conferences I've gone to, from other people's teachings, from things that I've experienced even in my own life, is that the heart's frequency doesn't shift based on the connection that is in. So, for example, what I mean by that is somebody could have a heart transplant and they could receive a heart from someone else, and that heart that they receive in their body has a frequency in it, and some of the decisions that that person will begin to make will be based on the energy of that heart that they received. And this is a silly example, but I always use this example as one of them, especially when I'm teaching my chakra course, is that I heard a man speak at a conference like a year or so ago in Sedona, and he talked about the heart and how he had a heart transplant, and that he went into studying about the heart after this happened because he suddenly started having urges every month to eat M&Ms, and he never liked M&Ms before he had the heart transplant. And every month around the same time, he suddenly wanted to eat M&Ms. Well, he didn't know whose heart he had, and so he asked the doctor, can I find out whose heart I have, because I'm starting to have these weird, desires and things coming up in me. And so they got permission from the other person's family, and then they found out that the heart that he received was from a 20-year-old woman. And that woman would get cravings once a month for M&Ms around her cycle. And so this man was repeating some of the same patterns that this heart had. Now, this is important because we often hold ourselves back because of the patterns we developed and the beliefs we developed. And until we transform those patterns and beliefs and we get more in touch with the frequency of our truth, the actual soul connection, the alignment of our soul, we are going to continue to struggle with making the right decision. We might know what is right to do, but we might struggle with actually making steps towards that. Or you may know I should, not eat this, and you'll have effort in not doing it, but until you move that thought into your heart and you align your heart with the truth of what you should and shouldn't do, or how you should be in alignment, then that pattern is likely to continue to repeat, because everything in the quantum field of the universe is created in patterns. So you have to disrupt a pattern to disrupt a continued cycle in your life. And that's why the universe often brings up things in our life that seem like, oh, wow, this has happened before, and this has happened before, and this has happened before. And it's just showing you the pattern that is going on in your energy field to reveal to you what needs to be shifted and changed. So if you're noticing there's something that you're like, I know in my mind, I know in my head, I have this understanding and this belief and this connection in my belief system, I know that this is the right thing to do, but I can't get myself to move forward to do it, or I will try to start moving forward and doing it, and then I will just repeat the same pattern over and over. try to get out of your mind and spend some more time meditating within your lower chakras to clear out the energy within the root, sacral, and solar plexus, and then reconnect with the heart, because everything from the heart down is connected to our earthly essence. Everything from the heart up is spiritual. And so what is happening is all this influence from the lower chakras is coming up through the heart, which is impacting your ability to manifest or to think through with your higher self's energy. So what you have to do is recreate the as above, so below energy and shift the thoughts from thinking with your mind that's connected to like safety within your nervous system into alignment, which is dropping back into the heart and allowing the heart to guide you. And I hope that makes sense. But it's something I have been thinking a lot about the last couple of days, is how we might know we're supposed to do something, or we know it's right, but something holds us back, and that's because it's not in your heart yet. It's not a part of your programming of how you function. Like this woman's programming was to eat M&Ms every month. And so we have to program our second brain, our heart, into movement forward in the alignment of what we know in our mind is correct.